how I went from a stag do in Porto to a dance performance in front of 1,000 people in the center of Lisbon. And I'm from England, right? How has this happened? I'm going to explain as we go through, right? So I started out maybe a few years ago and I started to learn to dance. And that was an incredibly difficult situation for an Englishman. As you know, we've been brought up not to express any emotions, to not move too much, to be very awkward, actually. That's generally the advice we get given. And I decided to break it all because I liked someone I liked to go, and I knew she wanted to learn salsa at the time. So I started to go and dance as well. My goodness, I had to get drunk every single class for the first 6 times. And after that, it became a little bit more bearable, but it took a lot more time. Anyway, fast forward. Now I feel much more comfortable. I go to parties all the time. And the dance school that I go to offers a choreography each year. However, the catch, this clashed with my good friend from school's stag do. So I thought, okay, I don't know if I want to do the choreography. I'll commit to the stag do, right? And then, so I was like, okay, go into the stag do. That's the weekend. So that would be Friday to Sunday. The show was on Sunday. I was like, okay, I can miss the choreography. It's all right, not a big deal. I don't really care that much anyway. Then one of the girls I really like dancing with drops me a message last minute and is like, oh, hey, do you want to do the show? And I was like, I kind of do now. I kind of do want to do the show. So after a bit of thought, I was just like, all right, I can go on Friday, come back Saturday. It will be fine, right? It was not fine. Okay. So what happened was I ended up rushing to Porto on the Friday, getting incredibly drunk, dancing all night, absolutely exhausted in the clubs, sweating more than I can possibly imagine. Anyway, spare you the details there. But then the next day, Saturday, I had to do some heavy avoidance strategies, which did not get me any calmer from the guys. And sit on a boat party, kind of just go into hermit mode while I was getting ready, recovering from the hangover for my trip back to Lisbon, which I ended up arriving around midnight. The show the next morning was starting at 10 o'clock, or 9:30. So I end up just doing whatever I can to get into survival mode and end up coming back on the bus, fine, get a little bit of sleep, wake up, it's like 10 o'clock. I have to be there. The rehearsal starts at 10:30 on the dot. I just chuck all my clothes. I've got this like see-through blue top, and I've got to just chuck that in a bag, which I'm going to be wearing in like half an hour. Luckily, I get there and everything is a little bit late, so I make it there on time. But can you imagine this, guys? I'm still hungover. I don't drink that much anymore. And I've then got to get up in front of 1,000 people in the theatre. I'm not exaggerating here. It's probably 1,000, maybe a few less this year, because the previous Liz, it was all together. But it was a lot of people. And yeah, it was scary, if I'm honest. But I made it through the day somehow. It was really, really fun in the end, actually. Got up on stage. But guys, let me know, would you do something like this? What's the most silly or / crazy decision that you've made recently?